Welcome to the program. This is your senior moment. It's young living or assisted living, and you can make your home a healthy home. And again, it all starts with you, and it begins right now. Good morning. Welcome to the show. And it is episode number 65, first Friday of the month, and we're doing the real estate roundup, always the first Friday of the month. Linktree in the bio, quick links to all the good stuff. Program to date, push up 1,670, 120 so far already this month. Boy, when you're doing 40 a day, they add up quick. 1,200 for the year, 27,290 is the goal for the year. All right, 120. Notice that when we jump to that 40, that's a 20% or 25% increase. Boom. That's a big jump. All right, real estate roundup for the first Friday. Is there a real estate bubble coming that is going to burst? I can't tell you how many times I get asked that question. So when we look at real estate, I look at the 7-county metropolitan area, and those are the counties: Hennepin County, Ramsey County, Anoka County, Washington County, Dakota County, Scott County, Carver County. Those are the 7-county metropolitan area. That's where most of the real estate activity is. That's where most of the population is in the state of Minnesota. So it makes sense to look at that and extrapolate to the outstate areas. All right, so when we look at the information, what are you looking at to answer the question, is there a real estate bubble? Well, let's just look at some of the active listings that we've got. I've got my stats right here. Active listings, 5,737 homes for sale in that 7-county metropolitan area as of today. Now, a year ago, it was 6,500, so we're down 14.7%. Just since last year. If I go back 5 years, now 5 years is 2016, that's when we were fully recovered from our recession that we went through in 2006. It started through the bottomed out in 2012. Since 2012, it's just been going up steady ever since. Now we're down 96% in terms of active listings from that 2016 when we had been considered fully recovered. So there is really a shortage of inventory out there. So what's that all mean for us? Well, the new pending listings, in other words, properties that have sold this week and have gone off the market this week, is 1,300 of them. A year ago, it was 1,500. And 5 years ago, in 16, it was 1,100. So we've got more properties, a couple hundred more properties coming off the market this week than we did 5 years ago, and certainly just a few more than were a year ago. We look at the new listings that are coming on the market. So we have 1,700 new listings that came on the market. Now think of that, 1,700 came on the market, 1,300 of them went off. So we've got just a little bit of building of inventory going on now. A little, not much to even make mention of. In 2019, pre-COVID numbers, it was 1,500 properties or 1,500 new listings that came on the market. So we've got 1,700 this week, and pre-COVID was 1,500. Go back 5 years ago, the number was 1,400. Kind of the same, really, as it goes along. We look at what that means as an absorption rate, and we got an absorption rate right now of 1.17. That means 1.17 months. In other words, if no properties came on the market again, it would take a month and we'd be out of stock. A balanced market is really about 6 months, is a balanced market, between 5 and 7 months, when a buyer and a seller has equal weight in the marketplace. So answering the question, getting back to the question now, is there a bubble about to burst? A couple things we got to keep in mind for that. Let's just look at median sale price and affordability as an example. Median sale price right now is $355,000. Now I'm looking at existing houses. I want to factor out new construction because we all know how new construction has gone up in price. But existing houses, the median sale price is $355,000. Last year it was $318,000, and in 2019 it was $296,000. So we've had a significant run up in price as a result of that shortage of inventory, more buyers chasing fewer goods, basic economics. So now I just want to look at under $400,000. What has happened in the under $400,000 market, which is your first-time home buyer, first move-up home buyer marketplace? Where is that price and what's going on there? Well, what we found is that in June, about the 4th of July, end of June, 4th of July, the market has plateaued since that point. And that number, the median sale price, is at $300,000, and it's remained that way this whole time. So the price increases that we experienced this spring kind of got baked in, and now we're kind of moving sideways. Not uncommon. It's happened. It happens every year, actually, and we kind of go up, run up, plateau, run up, plateau. What do we see happening for the rest of the year? I think we're kind of seeing that early half of the year price increases across the board is kind of baked into the system now. I think we're going to run our plateau through December, and then next spring we're going to see we're going to take off again, because there seems to be no relief in the amount of inventory that is coming on the market. What's all this mean now in terms of this bubble that everybody's worried about? There is no real estate bubble that's going to burst. That's the Keithism of the day. There's no bubble that's going to burst, for a simple reason, is that the demand is so high. There are some factors in play that are going to hold our price increases now to a more normalized level. And one of the big things that's kind of looming in the background that we're starting to hear people talking about now is inflation. We do have inflationary pressures on the marketplace. We're seeing it in all of the businesses. You've got labor costs are increasing. When you go from an average wage, say in a restaurant or a entry level position of $7-8 an hour to $15 an hour or $17 an hour, guess what? Those things are all going to get passed through, and we're seeing it all up and down the supply chain. From trucking costs and transportation costs of materials costs, plastics, everything that we use is being impacted, and those increases are starting to roll through the system and being put into place in terms of price increases. There's an upward pressure on interest rates. Interest rates cannot remain this low for an extended period of time, and we've been saying that for a while, but for goodness sakes, how can you maintain an interest rate level at 2.5% to 3%, half of the historical normal level of interest rates? So when interest rates, if they bumped up just 1%, it's going to knock some people out of the market. Knocking those people out of the market will reduce demand, because you've got fewer people that can buy, and relieve some of that inventory, and now it's going to stay on the market a little bit longer, again holding the price of the inventory a little bit in check. So as that happens, as interest rates go up, we've already got increased in the home prices, as we said, baked into the system. That means that our affordability index has gone down. Inflation raises the price of gasoline and food and clothing and all those things. Now our disposable income, our discretionary income that we have that we could use for housing, is being used up in other places, and that makes reduces the demand on housing, because people have to put food on the table before they worry about buying that new home. So with all those things in, I think we're just going to see a more normalizing of the market. It's going to be pretty steady throughout the rest of the year. Great time if you want to sell, because there are people that we find that gave up in the first part of the year. They didn't want to get into the multiple bidding and the 15 offers and paying 20% over the asking price. They took themselves out of the market. We're starting to see some of those people come back into the market, because while there still may be multiple offers, it's 1 or 2 or 3 offers on a property, not 15, and they've got a better opportunity to get that house. So no real estate bubble, good market for the rest of the year. more normal. We're grateful for that. Gives us an opportunity to better present the houses. If you've got a good, clean house, it's going to sell. If you got a dirty house and you overprice it, it's not going to sell. It's as simple as that. So that's our real estate roundup for this week. What is the gratefulness moment of the week? Well, I am grateful for keyless entry. Keyless entry. Key fobs, different shapes. Here's another fob, different shape. Sometimes we got them on our phones. Punch in a number, unlocks the door. And of course, my favorite car entry. Walk up to the car, the lights come on, the running boards drop down, the mirrors come out, the doors unlock. I get in, says, welcome, Keith. Keyless entry. Grateful for that. Love it. All righty. We are going to do our deep knee bends. 40 deep knee bends. Get those legs shaking a little bit, and then we'll get off to our Friday. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, thought our Gophers were going to pull it out yesterday or last night, but they couldn't do it. That's it for today. This is your senior moment. Remember, you can make your home a healthy home, and the older you get, the longer you want to live, and we'll see you tomorrow.